Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your day is going great. Mine's been really awesome, and today we are talking about the Overwatch GOATS comp because it is evolving. If you guys have been following the contender scene, specifically European and Korean contenders the past few days, you will have noticed that a lot of teams are no longer running the original GOATS comp and that comp has been evolving to scarier and even crazier heights. So today we are going to be taking a look at two versions of GOATS comps that have been evolved. The first one is known as DOATS. Instead of a Reinhardt, you are running a Winston, which means you're a dive composition while still running all the other pieces of the original GOATS comp, so we call it DOATS. Now, the second one we're going to be taking a look at is absolutely insane, guys. And it's the original GOATS comp, but there is one substitution, and we're getting rid of D.Va, guys. Yeah, D.Va, in place for a Mei. Yeah, guys, that's absolutely nuts. We're going to take a look at both of these comps, dive into them in depth, and explain why they're strong, why they're better than the original GOATS comp, and so much more, guys. If you're excited to watch this video and listen to how the GOATS comp is evolving, be sure to like it and subscribe to my channel for more daily Overwatch League content. And now, without further ado, let's jump into it. So to begin going over the first comp, which is DOATS, let's explain it a little bit more. So instead of running that Reinhardt, you're now running a Winston, which means you have a lot more mobility. Reinhardt was the big reason why the original GOATS comp was kind of slow, despite still having speed boost from Lucio and being able to travel the map fast. With DOATS, a Winston, you can now make very, very long jumps and take control of the map much faster. Mobility in Overwatch has always been one of the biggest things. Meta after meta, we always end up seeing the comps that have the most mobility shining at the end of the day. And it's for a big reason. In Overwatch, taking control of parts of the map is huge, specifically in competitive play. If you can choke off the enemy and make sure they have nowhere to go, then there's absolutely nothing they can do. They can't run, they can try to fight you back, but you're surrounded them. And that's why the DOATS comp thrives so hard and is better than the original GOATS comp, because in a GOATS comp, you want to stick together, you want to huddle up, you want to play all 6 players in a little ball. And because of that, you eventually find yourself just sitting in a corner all clumped up, and then the DOATS comp is just surrounding you, attacking you from all angles, because Winston is the key part of it. I have an example for you guys here today. It's going to be the most recent match in Korea contenders, Runaway going up against Geekstar on Ilios. You can see here Runaway is running the DOATS comp, and we can see that Geekstar is trying to run the famous Orisa McCree comp on Ilios well, which is a very common comp here, and is what you'll see a lot of teams going for in this meta. Let's go ahead and roll the clip and just watch how Runaway chases them down and chokes them out and eventually surrounds them.
Get those halts into the over top of the well.
Yep.
And completely shut somebody down, but they're not going to be going for the hog, the halt hook here with a Roadhog in the mix.
Yeah, it's rather going to be the McCree variation here where you could set up behind the barrier, do massive damage. It's the protect the McCree comp, like we like to call it. And the McCree will obviously do quite a lot of burst in these moments.
Well, they keep trying to shift around to find a place to go ahead and get postured up onto the point, but Runaway is running them down. Shield will finally come through, trying to get the poop in from the back and not knock anybody in, but Hisu will still find first blood as who will get taken down. Leo as well getting jumped on, and everybody is just getting slaughtered here. Runaway taking command of the first point.
So as we can see here, again, Geekstar, they're running that immobile comp, but what you want to do with the immobile comp is rotate around the map so that the GOATS comp can't get on top of you. But Runaway does here is chokes off Geekstar with the Winston by jumping above them and just choking them out and eventually forcing them to run backwards away from the point. And while they don't want to run away from the point, they have to fight for the cap, which we can see right here. They try to fight for the cap, but watch Winston jump above them and look at how much damage and how much pressure he's creating. They have to back up, they force the McCree out, and boom, Runaway has full control. They pressured them out, and easy win. Now, real quick, I want to take a look at everyone's ult charge. If we look at Runaway's team, the highest ult charge is the Winston. The only one who's close to him really is the Brigida and the Zarya. Everybody else is still in the 40s. Looking at Geekstar, again, nobody's really close to him. We have a D.Va in 50, but as you can see, the Winston has the most ult charge, and that is the second reason why this DOATS comp is so damn good. Winston is able to build up so much ult charge against these death ball comps like GOATS or the ones with Orisa. All he has to do is jump above them or jump on the side of them and just mouse one, spam them, and his ult builds up so quickly. You'll see if you watch one of these matches from Runaway against Geekstar, that Mag consistently gets his ult first before anybody, and sometimes even gets it while everybody's still at 40 to 50%, and then he'll build up another one before people even get their first ult in the game. And you might think, oh, well, why doesn't the enemy team just focus the Winston, kill him first? It's impossible. He jumps in, guess what? He gets a Zarya bubble. Guess what? Zarya bubble's gone. Oh, let's go ahead and shove him an E from Brigitte and give him some armor. Oh, the armor's down? Let's throw some Matrix on him from D.Va. He's indestructible for over 10 seconds. And by the time that 10 seconds is over, not to forget about his own self-peel, which is his bubble and his jump, so it's impossible for him to die in this comp. So that's what makes the DOATS comp so good against GOATS. You choke them out and you send the Winston in to just build Primal Rage after Primal Rage, and it's impossible to deal with. Sure, an Earth Shatter's nice, but it's still hard to land a big one in a meta where you have multiple shields. You have a Zarya bubble that can block it, you have a Winston bubble that can block it, you have a Brigitte shield that can block it. It's not easy to land big shatters, especially when everybody's getting around you and surrounding you. You're just going to end up dying, and that's why Reinhardt cannot be ran against the DOATS comp. As you can see in this match, Geekstar ends up trying to run Winston into them, but it's just too late and it doesn't work. Runaway's the better DOATS team. Now let's move on to the second comp that is being evolved from the original GOATS one. And this one is absolutely crazy. It's not what you'd expect. We're not subbing out a main tank, we're subbing out D.Va, who has been a 100% pick rate hero in the meta for almost a year and a half now. It's honestly crazy how good D.Va has been over the course of Overwatch's history. It seems like she always finds her way into every single comp, but it seems like winstrike may be the team to change that. Today in European contenders, they were running a variation of GOATS that doesn't have D.Va, but instead has a Mei. And as we can see, it is so useful with this wall placement. If you put it in the right spot, you can choke off and split the enemy team. This freeze right here on Zarya is absolutely insane, and again, it punishes that Reinhardt comp of GOATS where they group up together. You can easily split them off with a wall and get a huge charge, a huge freeze, just anything, and he keeps doing it over and over. It forces out early ults from HLS, and it's like, what do you do as the original GOATS comp? Do you just hold W and try to run into them? If you do that, you get split off and you get frozen. If you play super passive, you're still going to get split off and frozen. And you may think, oh, well, if we run DOATS against this, it could work, right? Just surround them like you said earlier, Michael. Build up that Winston Primal Rage. Well, it doesn't work as effectively because the Mei is just going to freeze the Winston over and over. And even with the support, he's still going to get stuck in place and take the mobility away from him. And this will allow winstrike to blow up that Winston. Now, I want to show you guys a real long example of this comp being put into effect today against HSL eSports. winstrike had one of the most epic overtime pushes I've seen, and it was all thanks to their evolved comp of GOATS with Mei. Let's roll it, man.
That whole anagram just confuses
just call
me
it Winter Goats.
Winter Goats.
Yeah, man.
Okay, that'll do. A Willy Coates.
Just stop. Play by play, Jaws. Play by play.
Hidden's dead. What else do you want me to say? Kenzie got a kill. He's got 25% on the ult charge. Look at that boop as well. Straight behind Progi. He didn't even see it coming. The flying Mei. Main's going to get 2 kills as well. An extremely quick cap by winstrike.
Ascoft has doomed Progi multiple times with these boops. I think he needs to communicate a little bit better what he's doing.
I'm going to boop the Mei, but is going to be behind Progi turn shield.
Last time it was Sharek behind Progi so that he could get the charge into his own team. I don't know, man. It feels like you're getting a little bit ambitious with these boosts, but it's not really paying off. A nice headshot there from Kenzie will bring him up to 70% ult charge, almost ready to come through with that Blizzard once more. Chow's lagging a little bit behind, however, most importantly, Sharek almost has that Earth Shatter. He's twice as far ahead as Progi. Didn't get to do much damage there. He was always in such a defensive position trying to defend himself from the freezing of the Mei.
Chow is extremely far ahead as well with that Graviton Surge. 70% to 53. Sharek gets stunned. No shield available for him. The Zarya. Oh dear, Chow. What are you doing?
Not like
this,
my
he's going to have to hit that rally. He's going extremely low, but Sharek still has that Earth Shatter. Very close spawn, remember that as well. And Kenzie can split the rest of the team off. They're forced to use the Transcendence and a sound barrier from HSL to keep them in the fight as well. Graviton Surge, as soon as that ran out, that will be Tech 36 getting frozen up here, so he couldn't actually use that ultimate. There will be a strike going to the floor. Main, Chow, everybody just piling on top of HSL. They're all frozen in place, Harry. There was nothing they could do. Tech 36 get demeked and destroyed. That'll be Hidan going down as well.
Alright, audience, you need to calm down. So I need to personally address Sharek. So what is it that Blizzard does? Because I'm pretty sure it stuns people by freezing them. What is it a Graviton Surge does? It basically controls them by controlling their location. So why would you Earth Shatter a load of frozen people in a grab? That is such a waste of an ultimate. He's almost got another one, but oh my good lord, why?
You hold tab and then you see Earth Shatter kills and you want that number to increase, Harry.
You can't even upgrade Winston's lab stats anymore.
You can't. It feels bad. Oh, Zik, gotta be more careful than that, my friend. There's another wall coming out. Progi getting smashed. Graviton Surge onto the wall, but a beautiful shadow, but a beautiful beat coming through from winstrike in order to keep them alive. Self-destruct launched into mid-air. Shark's gonna have to hot the heels with this one. Does end up going up and actually killing off Main. Man advantage now for HSL as the Transcendence used once more. Another shadow comes through, and Zik's gonna be the main target of all the damage. Another beautiful boop coming through from the side of HSL to make sure that he cannot get pinned. They are still in this fight with the Transcendence as well. Chow and Zik are going to manage to trade their Brigitas off, so winstrike and HSL still at a man disadvantage. That'll be Kenzie falling now also, but winstrike, they've got the spawns here. They're going to be able to get back to the point in time. A Graviton Surge onto the point by Zik to try and force them away, but 0.28 meters remained, and a winstrike are going to be able to get the cap.
I'm going to question about Graviton Surge as well. If you're going to make that play, at least don't grab them to the car. Grab them away from the car to try and play the overtime, make sure they can't touch it. Don't know if that really was the thing. Zik now will have to build up towards a fresh Graviton, and Chow's got one ready to go. Tech 36, and needs to put on his bib, really, and he's going to be able to combine it with Kenzie, with that Blizzard, this Snowstorm combo that winstrike have now made their own in the Winter Goats composition.
All right, Snowstorm might just come out.
Oh,
Tech 36 again. 3 eaten grabs. Kenzie chucks out the Blizzard. He doesn't manage to get that one eaten, but look, that sound barrier is keeping Zik alive, at least for the time being. I didn't see that health bar though, just kind of disappeared. Discord Orb, a couple of headshots from the Zenyatta, insta-killing Zik, and the rest of HSL are going to go down as well. They're going to be able to touch, however. Hidan still has that trance.
They just don't need to stop the momentum, but Kenzie can stop their entrance. He's got that wall ready to go, and he's potentially going to wall out one of his entrances. There's the first.
He got first. There you go. Traitor on the point to make sure they get OT. He can't touch.
It's absolutely insane. The fact that they couldn't even touch the cart at the end there because of the wall placement was amazing. Get it, guys? Amazing. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended. Mei is so damn good, and people are calling this comp SNOATS because obviously snow goats, but winstrike has really evolved the meta, and I just love it. I cannot wait to see more contenders. North America is starting tomorrow. Kungarna, my team, has their first contenders match against the actual old goats team, which is now first generation, which will be an exciting match. And trust me, guys, I've been sitting through scrims of DOATS all the time lately, but now with HSL bringing out this incredible comp that I guess we're calling SNOATS, we have no idea what teams are going to start running. I honestly think this is only the beginning. Teams will continue to experiment with that original GOATS comp, evolve it, and take it to new heights. This is so exciting. I love how the meta is getting more fun. It really was dull just watching the same original GOATS comp over and over and over. Now we're running Maze. Oh baby, keep it up, winstrike. Everybody else in contenders, bring your game up. It's getting intense. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys loved learning about the new comps, DOATS and SNOATS, and how they work, be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know how you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.